right, go ahead and start by removing the center cap. Then using your 22 millimeter, go ahead and remove the lug nuts. I'm going to go ahead and start by removing these screws here and these plastic clips. We're using a 7 millimeter socket and ratchet. And it's just this one right here. We're going to go ahead and use a plastic pin tool remover to pull these out right now. There's a two-part clip, pop out the center, and then the back piece will come out right after it. All right, next we're going to go ahead and use a 10 millimeter socket and remove this bolt right here. Once you get so far, you can just spin it out by hand. Next, we're going to go ahead and lower the vehicle and get to the two bolts up top. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt here and this bolt, and these are both 10 millimeter sockets as well. With all three bolts removed, we can now go ahead and grab the headlamp around the edges and just pull it gently forward. All right. So once this is out, you want to go ahead and remove this clip right here. You're going to do so by popping down this gray retainer clip. All right, so just pull that plastic clip down and the connector comes off. Make sure there's no other wires attached to it. Okay, we have the new headlamp. Take the connector, line it right up. Slip that right on. Don't forget to press that gray clip back on and snap that into place. That locks that connector. And then go ahead and reinstall. Now we'll go ahead and install the bolts here and here. Get those bottomed out. All right, last big bolt, we're going to go ahead and install this 10 millimeter back in this bracket right here. Thread it in by hand to get it going. And then finish it up with your ratchet. All right, let's go ahead and get that fender liner popped back into place. And the first piece of hardware I'm going to reinstall is the screw down in the lower corner. All right, then we can go ahead and tighten that one up.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.